Oh man, what a week of basketball! What a first round of the NBA playoffs, huh? You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody would have ever predicted this sort of madness the first round. Parlay Profit Club back at it again, trying to figure out how to make money, how to make a little extra allowance off of watching these games. And I don't know. I sometimes I think I'm a pretty smart guy, just like the rest of you guys out there. And like, something wrong with your audio or what? We're waiting for CJ's audio, but like I said before, sometimes we're watching NBA basketball. I've been watching NBA basketball for at this point, over 25 years. I think I kind of know a little something about what team's good, what should happen, what to expect, bro. It's not so much that we get our picks wrong or whatever. It's just more so like you just realize, yo, I'm not watching basketball anymore. We're not. Now what we're watching is basically WWE. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I saw it happen a little bit this past year with the NFL, especially every Rams Seahawks game. Rams easily were beating them, easily had the talent, easily had the advantages, and just advantages that were just obvious. Like they were up like 14-0, 14 whatever they're up by 14 in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, give up a lead, go to overtime. They're like the only team to ever score a touchdown in overtime and lose. That was crazy. And then obviously the Super Bowl happened. That was crazy. And that's when I started to realize, like, yo, man, I feel like the NFL is WWE right now. I feel like the NFL is WWE right now. Then we're watching basketball. Basketball's all about tanking. You know what I'm saying? So the whole season, I can't even really get a good read. Actually, the best bet of the whole season was basically like figuring out, okay, what is a contender playing a tanking team, and just taking the bet. No brainer. Shooting fish in a barrel. But the problem with that, you don't really know who's good at basketball. You won't really know where these teams stand. So now it's the playoffs.
No, man.
Now it's the playoffs. And I'm realizing, it's not just the NFL. The NBA is now WWE as well. Vince McMahon, I thought he was retired. I thought he was, on a fishing boat somewhere, just enjoying his life. Nah, this guy's running the NFL. He's running he's running the NBA. Bro, first time ever, like more than, I think they had 3 teams come back from 3-1. This is the most exciting NBA playoffs of all time. What? What are we talking about? There's not even that many quality stars for there to be that many 3-1 comebacks.
No, but that's what makes it more sensible. Like whose reputation is there to mess? Like
entertaining.
It's not Braun. It's not Curry. It's not.
Use the correct phrasing. Entertaining.
I wouldn't say entertaining, man, because I wouldn't say entertaining, bro. Because
sports entertainment. That's what the WWE
because the Sixers because the Sixers Celtics one and the Detroit Magic one was not entertaining. It wasn't who's gonna, I told y'all Detroit's gonna come back.
Bro, no,
it's not a matter. Hold up. One time we can say, oh, that's lucky. But 2 series? Come on, give me some credit.
What was the second series?
I said Detroit would come back, right?
Did you?
Yeah, we have it on specifically on.
Did you say it like okay? But did you say that at that time, or did you say like if they win?
I said it. I said no. Because remember, me and you were always, we would be like, oh, Detroit has to win this game, or if Detroit. Yeah. You specifically said if Detroit won Game 6, that Detroit took
Game 5.
I think you said Game 6 because obviously
they won all 3 games, right?
They won all 3 games. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said if they win game, I think I said that. I
think it was 6.
I feel like because it was 3-1. No, because it was 3-1. Remember, it was 3-1 last week.
It was 3-1.
I
they
said
won 3 straight. Yeah.
I said Detroit has to win Game 5 just for ratings.
Was it 5?
Just
okay.
as a ratings bet,
okay.
They have to win Game 5. However, whoever wins Game 5 has a really big chance of winning the series. But I did say that I thought the Magic would win at home. I'm like, you know what? The Magic, they look amazing at home. They got all the momentum. They got guys I've never heard of. Kane. That nigga was on the craziest
one dunk. He had one dunk. See what I mean?
I was like, what?
Nah, see what I mean? Like, oh yeah, get the people, that dunk. Oh, Magic they got the most highlights. Like, they're still the Magic though. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, I understand Detroit's looking kind of sus right now. Like, is this really the number 1 seed? But it's still the Magic. Like, I can see it, so I called it.
That was, bro, because so once any team goes up 3-1, outside of before this year, once any team goes up 3-1,
it is tough. It is tough.
We all, as basketball fans, we all know, okay, it's wraps, curtains, get the broom, like not brooms, but like get the white gloves, gentlemen. I'm gonna escort you out, right? I'm gonna open the door for you, open your car, put you in, right, and send you on your way. This is the only year where it's like, bro, what? How many teams came back from 3-1?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there have been other, like, in the past series that, like, rounds that had multiple, game 7s. But I
think so. This might have been the most.
And if that is true, you got to think about it like this. Well, out of 3-1 game series,
yeah,
at least one of them has to come back, right?
I think 2 came back.
Yeah, but just in theory, before it, at least one of them has to. Yeah, just out of those 3, one has to come back, right? Including the Denver, Minnesota. And if you were to ask, okay, from those 3, which series do you think is Edwards out, DiVincenzo out?
Wait, Lakers were also up like 3-0, I think.
Yeah, but we're talking about 3. We're talking about.
Oh yeah, we're talking about. Well, technically they were up 3-1 as well. So
yeah, but so if you were to say, like, okay, what you would say, well, Denver, right? So that's where I think Vegas comes in, and I think that's a good segue into a new segment I actually want to bring to the table, called Con or Coincidence. Now, 3-1, right? We looking at this. Let's start with the Magic Detroit, right?
Okay.
Is it con or coincidence? Franz Wagner, right when they're 3-1, he's out. Detroit, 3-game winning streak, takes it, right?
Okay.
Is it con or coincidence, right? Game 7, Jason Tatum, Celtics, Sixers. Okay. An hour before game time? Where we just find out Jason Tatum is not going to play. Every game this series he's played, all of a sudden game 7, where it matters at home, you're not going to at least put in some minutes? You're not going to go out for the squad? Like, that's how you're going to go out? Typical light skin. Is it Connor Coincy set out for Philly to come back? Embiid came back. They take the series. One more, right?
Fair.
Now we got Denver. Hey, Edwards, we need you to get out of there. Make it look like there's no way the Timberwolves are going to come back, or Timberwolves can, hold on. Oh, okay.
And DiVincenzo.
What happened yesterday? We saw him back against the Spurs. Looked like he ain't miss a beat.
Hey, and a surprise return, where apparently Shams and everyone else, everybody was surprised.
It wasn't a surprise. I think it was like a couple hours before the game. It was like official he would play. But yeah, again, that questionable, like, what? Why didn't we know this? But like Shams, we didn't have this with Woj. Woj was on it. Like we didn't have no time. Shams, what are you doing? Like what's going on? Like,
did you hear that apparently, like, Doc Rivers, I forgot what Shams had reported. I think Shams had reported that, like, the Bucks had like a all players meeting, and they were saying, like, no. I think they all had a coaches players meeting or whatever. Like, they had a meeting, And Doc Rivers was like, "Who here doesn't think I know what I'm doing? Like speak up. Like I'm that nigga. Like don't forget. Like I actually." And Shams was like, yeah, the players were kind of just not really looking at him. They weren't really paying attention. And this nigga reported this on ESPN. So Doc Rivers goes on Twitter and he's like, yo, who the F is Shams, bro? Like, just reporting all this, like, allegations and alleged. Like, bro, what happened to the real reporters like Woj? I actually miss him. Like, Woj actually has some real facts when he actually would say something, you know? And then literally the next day, Doc Rivers gets fired and Shams comes back on Twitter like, yeah, nigga, yeah, what's up, nigga? Like I told you, don't ever question me again, nigga. Go find another job. It was like one of the most subtle, like dramatic moments of the NBA that no one really talked about, but that was hilarious. Like right after Doc Rivers was like, yeah, what's up? Get your reporting facts out there. They're trying to move off me, nigga. And then literally the next day the team fires him. I was like, damn, like Shams knows and shit, bro. Shams knows. Okay, but to add to your point,
yeah, counter coincidence. Those are the three.
No,
really sucks.
No, because Lakers. People forget. You already forgot. The Rockets were minus 900 favorites to win the series. They were basically favorites in every single game. KD, I don't think he played the first game. And that first game, he had bumped knees with the most random ass injury.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, and we didn't find out. No. I think it might have been the same day. Because I remember
No. It was at practice on Wednesday, earlier in the week. But it wasn't Saturday, reported. I believe. Yeah, it wasn't reported until an hour before game.
That's my point. Is that a coincidence that they were so late? Bro, Sham's supposed to be the greatest insider. He didn't. Oh, no one told me. I'm like, nigga, what do you mean no one told you? They always tell you. So is that a coincidence? And then KD basically only played one game out of the series. LeBron James has one of the greatest. LeBron James has one of the greatest NBA series.
Very disappointing. They were hyping it up. Oh, KD versus LeBron. I even said on the podcast, hey, I'm looking forward to let's see KD and who's so disapponing. So disappointing, so disappointing, man.
I'm not wrong. What are shenanigans here? I mean, Cavs, Raptors. The Cavs also went up. Cavs also went up 3-1. Cavs also.
No. Cavs Toronto was going back and forth.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Because I remember watching Game 5. It was like 3-2 or something.
Yeah, it was.
But anyways, Game 6 in Toronto, the Cavs looked like they were about to close it out. It was a back and forth game. RJ Barrett. I was watching the game. Like RJ Barrett. You know when you watch basketball so long, I can tell just by the arc of your shot, like if it's good or not. He shot it. I was like, oh, that's flat. Hits like the top of the rim and like, bro, like Halliburton's in. And once I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, game over. Like, let me try to cash out. Oh man, the fact that happened again. That was like the second time it happened this playoffs as well.
Yeah.
That one was
Charo.
Paulo Banchero, the guy looked like straight garbage in the regular season. People were literally calling for him to be traded. Bro, the nigga turned into fucking like 01 Tracy McGrady. Like nigga, like bro, what? So that was surprising. I'm not gonna lie, like the playoffs were really surprising, but the teams that won, there were some very questionable things that happened right up until they won their games. So that was interesting. I can't lie, that was interesting. Cade Cunningham turned into fucking Kobe Bryant all of a sudden, and bro, the guy couldn't miss.
Yeah, let's we gotta really give it up to it because we get on players when they don't play. Right. Jason Tatum, what are you doing? Game 7, KD, what are you doing? Luka, we give you all the grace. We know you're dealing with some family issues also. But we gotta shout out Joel Embiid playing on like one leg. Game 7. My money is on the line. Like, bro, coming out there and playing, like, I salute to you. Freaking Cade Cunningham coming off his surgery, going out there balling. And Edwards coming out last night, off the injury, balling, going crazy
Edwards
against
last
Wemby.
night, man.
Like,
I turned on the game kind of late. The first thing I see is when he hits that shot over Wemby. I was like, he like swished it. You swish it and the net just kind of, bro. I saw that shot and he started talking back like, yeah, I'm back. I was like, oh hell yeah. Load up. Let me put in a second bet. I already bet. Put in a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That team has like, I feel like every year there's a team where like they have the swag, like they have all they're like the fun team, They're like the team with all the like all the juice, all the momentum, but they don't win. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always that team that like is like the fan favorite team, like I don't want to say Cinderella because they're actually good, but like there's that like team that dark horse, that fun dark horse team.
Yeah.
That's who they are, because I'm like, nobody would have picked y'all niggas. But now everyone, I see the media flipping. You just see it. Like everyone, Kendrick Perkins, everybody, like, they got some dogs out there. There's some goons down there.
And I remember vividly listening to on ESPN. I remember, I don't know if it was Kendrick or someone. They were like talking about they were like, oh, in the second round, they were like, oh yeah. So when the Spurs play Denver, and they were like, hey, the series isn't over yet. Like, the Timberwolves, he was like, yeah, sure. But when, it's going to be Timberwolves versus Spurs all of a sudden. Or they said it's going to be Nuggets versus Spurs, giving Timberwolves no sign of hope. They were like, no, it's going to be Denver. Now here we are. So it's crazy.
It was a great pick. I mean, going to that series a little bit more, like,
yeah, I think I would have picked Denver too. Yeah,
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this is like WWE right now. Like, the logical picks are not really working out unless it's like the Thunder tonight. The Thunder were like minus 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just such an obvious pick. But Denver historically, first of all, I think Denver went to the Western Conference Finals last year. Former champions on their team. They have 2 All-Stars. The more veteran team, they've had their number in the past. Jokic had a great season again. There's no reason why you wouldn't have picked Denver. And they're the higher seed. However, and also Denver, like, gamesmanship, they didn't get the second seed so that they could play the T-Wolves. Like, they actually wanted them. There's no reason why you wouldn't have picked Denver. However, shout out to Wemby. Shout out to Wembanyama. That nigga made defense great again. That nigga all of a sudden making niggas actually want to put a hand up. Do you notice how different these basketball games are when niggas are actually playing defense? Like,
I mean, it's the playoffs.
But like Shai Gilgeous is like missing shots with on Laravia is guarding him with his hands up, and Shai's missed. Like, Shai was missed like 3 shots in a row. Like, if you actually play real defense, it's hard to score. So the Timberwolves found that out. They found that secret formula of like, hey, why don't we play on the other side of the court too? And Rudy Gobert just put a hand in Jokic's face. The nigga was fucking nullified, handcuffed, clamped up. Rudy Gobert was damn near the player of the series. Didn't need to score a point. Didn't need to shoot a free throw. The nigga, all he did, if you could just take Jokic out of the equation, it's a wrap.
Defense wins championships. So why not have the defensive player of the year, right? I mean, it helps.
Sounds so simple.
It helps. So.
Remember that one Jay-Z lyric where that ad lib where he's like, "Sounds so soulful, don't you agree?" Bro, it sounds so simple. Like,
yeah. Shout out to Vanderbilt. Not Vanderbilt. What's his name?
McDaniels.
Yeah,
bro. Another thing too is like
I like his attitude.
I don't know if this is a real thing or not, but I feel like because of this era of I don't know who to blame the era on. It's hard to say Steph because I feel like his era can maybe ended maybe like probably 2020-ish. But this era of like no defense, all threes, no defense. Maybe analytics era. I don't know. Maybe James Harden. I don't know. But I could tell like the Denver Nuggets don't like none of their team really plays defense like that. Like no one's really trying to play defense like that. So when Jaden McDaniels is like, oh yeah, bro, we can just run the lane. We can just waltz in there. We can just like part the Red Sea. I'm getting to the cup every single time. And he's proven correct.
They don't have a good Denver's defense is more the front court. Aaron Gordon and Jokic sometimes. I mean, he's not the best defender, but he's still he's a presence. But yeah, you can easily get through Jamal Murray. You can get through their other guys. So yeah, I mean, if you can get Jokic again, Jokic is tired doing everything else. That was my thing. Jamal Murray's not doing it. He's not playing defense. He doesn't show up in the fourth quarter, unless he needs one. Hey, we need one more shot, man. We need a game winner. Like, bro, we need you to help leading up to that point. So Jokic has no help. He's not going to be over there, playing defense, putting his body on the line, taking charges.
And then he has to run the offense. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, if I'm an NBA coach, I'm like, bro, this is actually like. Sometimes these guys have better teams than they give themselves credit for. I'm like, wait, you guys have all the young, long 3-and-D players.
Well, it's matchups.
With the mentality to get to the cup. Bro, there were so many people because remember the last game that they actually won. I didn't know half the people that were even playing for Minnesota, Dasamu and all these other niggas. I'm like, who the these niggas, bro? Where'd they find these dudes? These guys are like just skying to the rim, uncontested, and that's my point. Like some of these players have been playing in an era where there was no defense for such a long time. That now that the Timberwolves are like, oh, we're now the bad boy Pistons. Do something about it. Some of these players have no answer. These niggas folding like clean sheets. These niggas just get into the Baja like they've been playing in the league for years. I'm like, bro, this unknown nigga just yamming on you? This guy Kane? Bro, why is he getting a poster? Like, what happened to that? Like, respect of like, nah, we have some pride about ourselves. That's why, like, I look at the Timberwolves and I'm like, this team may actually, like, have unlocked the secret formula to win in this bullshit. Let's just shoot finesse, flopping era because they're just like, yo, we just basically nullified Jokic. Now we're playing Wemby. We have the same game plan. Go at this nigga. Make him spend all his energy on defense by just going at him. Sure. Did he get a record 12 blocks in a game? Yeah. But how many points did the nigga get? 11. Like, bro, like I like Champagne and all those other niggas who are randomly, this is their first dance, their first rodeo. Cool. Bro, we got Mike Conley. He been here. We got Julius Randle, trained by the Black Mamba himself. We got Ant Edwards, the second coming of Jordan. We got McDaniels, the guy who basically told the Nuggets, basically wrote all their names in the Death Note and cast that check. Bro, we got Alex Rodriguez as our owner. Like, nigga, we're actually, and y'all just getting here. The only nigga who knows anything about this is De'Aaron Fox, and that nigga is not really, he's, you know what I mean? He's just, so I do like what the Wolves are doing. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they actually beat the Spurs just because of everything I'm saying right now. They're the only team that's like built to take advantage.
Yeah, you're right. As long as you can keep Wemby at bay, you can definitely win. And out of all teams, centers aren't a big part of every team. Not every team has a big man. Well, Minnesota got the defense. How many times do I keep telling people, put some respect on Gobert's name? Put some respect on it. Yeah, he a little bit, he a big dude. He's kind of clumsy on his feet. He got them long stilt legs, but he still knows how to play, inside. Outside, Luka, we see what you've done to him. But inside, put some respect on his name. He's a difference maker. So if he can stay with Wemby, give him a tough time. Now we're gonna have to see. Okay, Wemby, can he step up to the hype? This is your chance to see. Okay,
you're talking me into it. I might cash out of my Spurs to the finals bet. It's only like $50, but I think it's like
Oh,
plus.
you put money on Spurs getting to the finals?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was like plus 500 at the time. I've had it for like maybe 3 months or so. But if you think about it, right, everything you're saying, right, and everything I'm saying too. Last night game was interesting because number one, Anthony Edwards didn't really play the whole game. He played enough, but he didn't really play the whole game. They were actually up by like, I think they're up like maybe maximum 8 points at one point. Wemby also naturally he doesn't play the whole game either. He's going to play around like maybe 35 minutes just because they like to manage him. If he has to play that much defense again, and Gobert's locking up all his easy shit, and he's like just okay shooting night, let's say 35% or so from the field, like the Wolves can win that. The Wolves are like really deep, actually. Nas Reed, we didn't even mention his name. Like the Wolves are actually kind of deep. Like even without Dante DiVincenzo, like they can still. They've already replaced him with two other niggas I've never heard of before.
even then, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm trying to think how they would get through OKC. You know, because OKC again, they got Homogranate and what's his name, Hardenstein, and Hardenstein ain't no punk.
OKC almost like the Lakers almost made it a game.
True. Don't get me wrong, but again, this is the playoffs, and I actually forgot like watching today because again, I think I mentioned in the group chat. I was about to put a bet on a parlay, Lakers, OKC, and Detroit. But I was just like, okay, prime time, Lakers. I was like, OKC is minus a thousand or something like that. I'm like, yeah, if someone could put money, they're trying to fake people out. I don't know. So I was like, no, let me just leave it. But I'm watching the game. I'm like, now when OKC needs to turn it on, they can turn it on. They're 5-0 in the playoffs. I believe last playoffs, they won like the whole first, second round without losing a game. So I'm like, if they need to turn it on playoffs, they turn it on. I don't think Lakers can hang, like unless they got Luka. Like they don't have the firepower. They didn't even have 100 points. So yeah, I don't know. OKC looks like the favorite.
But when you match up OKC to Minnesota though, like I can make a case.
That's different. No, that's different. Again, it comes down to how Ant Edwards comes to play, but
yeah. I mean, Ant he's got to play, but like we actually look at Minnesota's roster, it's like I don't know, like bro, Nas Reed is not small. Like Julius Randle, like you said, Gobert, McDaniels, like. And all these new guys, I'm like, they got enough. And then start name some people on the Thunder that's not named Shea.
What Jalen Williams isn't playing. They got Homogran. They got what's the other dude's name? Yeah, they're not. They do have Hardenstein. There's another. I don't know their names like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was looking, I was like, who's Mitchell? Who's
not Mitchell? There's some other people. Like if you said their names, I know. But
I think he played a little bit. Jared McCain from the Sixers, even though he's still kind of a rookie.
They got this other guy with like I want to say he has dreads, but there's one guy with dreads I'm thinking of, not braids, but there's a guy.
Oh
with dreads.
Yeah, Dort.
There is Dort too, but no, not even Dort. There's another guy, but they got some guys. But yeah, like, when you think about physical to match up with OKC, yeah, I'm looking at Randall, I'm looking at McDaniels, I'm looking at Gobert.
Those are bigger names.
Like, those are some big, not even names. I'm talking about like bigger, like aggressive, physical guys. Yeah, to play that kind of playoff basketball, to go head to head with them.
That's what
Spurs got guys, but they're not physical. Like they're not like
and they're young.
Yeah, and they're young. So
and also like, bro, is Stephen Castle? He got fouled out yesterday. Is the nigga gonna play the whole game? Like Vassell, who's some of these guys? Vassell and De'Aaron Fox. These niggas are not playing the whole game. Like, and then you have Wemby who's struggling. Like, that's gonna be the biggest issue for the Spurs. Is like, yeah, your starters are good, but who's coming off the bench for y'all niggas?
That too.
The Thunder, my only issue with them is like, okay, let's just say Anthony Edwards and Shea cancel each other out. Minnesota has the better players after that. Like they have the bigger names, and they have style that like it's gonna be tough for OKC. Like, and because right now, because OKC's thing was like Shea gets a lot of fouls. He's a foul merchant guy. So if the referees aren't calling fouls, which they don't really do a lot in the playoffs, and Anthony Edwards is doing his thing, and like Minnesota just has more ways to win, is what I'm trying to say. OKC doesn't even shoot threes like that.
But my thing is Minnesota gonna cap on it? I believe Minnesota can win, but if you were to ask me like who do you have more trust in? I'm like OKC. I have more trust in OKC.
They won last year, but like you think about it, they don't shoot the three like that. Like they don't really have like a very like scary looking roster. They just efficient. Yeah, and Shea is, you know, he knows how to play, but I'm looking at the whole team of the Thunder of the T-Wolves, and I'm like, damn, like, all right, so you guys got a 7-footer who's defensive player of the year a bunch of times. You guys got McDaniels, who's arguably one of the best 3-and-D players right now. Bro, I've never seen Julius Randle move like that. The game one, they're giving it to him for the ISO? Bro, he put them in a spin cycle, kissed it off the glass, looked back, and I was like, damn, like they actually tried to have him close it out. You have Anthony Edwards looking like a baby Jordan out there, like off the vibranium. Like the team looks like, and I told you, I always thought Naz Reid was like way better than how they treat him. The team, it just looks. And then they shoot the three. They shoot the three way more than the Thunder do. So like they just have more ways to win, in my opinion. So I'm kind of talking myself into. Now watch them lose to the Spurs tomorrow, but like,
I wouldn't have made the bet that Spurs make it to the finals. I know, I do remember you were on that Wemby hype. You're like, oh, if Wemby's playing, it's milk and cookies for him. But yeah, I wouldn't say they make it to the finals. No,
I don't think anymore. Now that I'm seeing, I'm like, oh, you guys have like the youngest team. You guys have no veterans. You guys have basically no bench. Wemby's flaws are being exposed before our very eyes. Like I may have to cast this out late after this podcast is over.
Yeah,
I talk myself out of it. But yeah, I'm liking the Wolves now. Like I'm with A-Rod, you know. Hey, I'm talking myself into it. But yeah, our bet got concluded this past weekend. The Boston Celtics somehow choke away a 3-1 lead in dramatic fashion to their arch rival. Not really arch rivals, but one of their rival teams, the 76ers. Joel Embiid, with fresh off of surgery on one leg, with a shell of himself, Paul George. Tyrese Maxey turned back into the second coming of Allen Iverson. I mean,
hey, shout out to Embiid, man. Really, you love to see players play. Like we see him hobbling.
He's got really lucky. I just want to say that.
I think I deserved it after Jason Tatum returns. You know, I think I got my due. But I mean, I think definitely seeing Tatum not playing, when I saw that alert, I was like, okay, yeah, now it's gonna come down. And even then, I was like, this is perfect, because in my head, I was like, this is perfect. The only way Celtics are gonna win is if this is your boy, Justice. I'm like, now it comes down to your boy Brown. Brown got to be the guy. So I'm like, if I lose to Brown, I'll respect, because he's the guy. So I was like, okay, we'll see. He did his thing, though. Not to say he didn't do his thing. He did his thing, but
my issue
they just had the other three guys you got White and Brown. Nobody else is. So I was like, hey, we got it. I was like,
no, I said the same thing when I saw it. I was like, actually, this is fair. Like, this is actually our real bet. Was like, okay, this version of the Celtics team was actually where we made the bet on. So I wasn't really mad about that. I was just mad that, like, I was more mad at Missoula. I was like, everyone was like talking about Brown and stuff, but I'm like, bro, Missoula was up 3-1. Missoula inherited basically a championship-ready team. You didn't make any adjustments? Then I heard, I listened to Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas was like, bro, if I'm Missoula, I'm playing Pritchard, Brown, White the whole game. What are you playing?
I know.
So that was my problem is like, bro, like, you didn't have any other game plan but shoot threes and hope that these niggas get hot. Like, that was the only.
Yeah, they came back at the end. I was like, no. I was like, no, like, y'all can't do this. I was like, hell nah.
But you're talking about game 7. I'm talking about they lost.
Well, yeah, the other games. Yeah, that's. I don't know.
The Tatum game, what was it? I think it was game 6. Like, come on, bro. Like, and here's another reason why I kind of felt they were going to lose. That style only works with Tatum. Like, they don't, not him specifically, but you need another player.
Yeah, you need another shooter. Yeah,
bro. Okay, Jaylen Brown, he can give you 40%. Derek White, he can maybe give you 40%. Like, you need enough high percentage shooters to even run that type of offense. So if Tatum's out, it doesn't work anymore. Like Hauser, that nigga's not shooting. Like Vucevic wasn't even like the whole thing was just, it was just annoying to watch that. And then Tyrese Maxey just turning into Allen Iverson because this nigga was just driving. I'm like, he's doing what y'all niggas should be doing. Like drive. Oh man, and then Embiid was just bro. You have white dudes on Embiid. Like, oh man, I just. Yeah, it was a very
now that was a surprise
fan like that, but it was just like when you know, like, okay, y'all niggas just a bad coaching, literally just bad coaching, to be honest. So, but as a Laker fan, I'm like, fuck Boston, like y'all niggas sit down because this would have been the easiest time for them to win a championship. Everybody knew, like, oh, you guys have the best team, and you guys are not even supposed to be a down year. They're just going to cakewalk to the finals again. And no, your analytics blew up on you because niggas learned, oh, we can just play defense. It's not illegal to play defense. We could just put a hand up. We could just let y'all niggas just drown yourself.
Interesting to see what they do in the offseason.
Hey, that nigga Pritchard.
Very interesting.
Yeah, get him out of here, bro. You can't afford all that. You can't afford him no more. His stock too high. Yeah, get him out of here. Vucevic, you're not even using him. Get him out of there. Like, yeah. Bro, what? Oh, man. As a Laker fan, I'm glad because this would have been the easiest championship they could have ever won. And these niggas blew it by playing stupid. But yeah, so, I mean, other than that, I mean, Detroit coming back that was some exciting basketball. I haven't seen these niggas actually play some real games in a long time. So that was interesting to see. The Cavs game against the Raptors was interesting. That last game 7.
Again, I do want to say, I mean, the Cleveland Raptors. I think you sent us something in the chat, like from the GPT or AI. It was like, oh, Toronto, is from Canada. And I was like, that's actually a good point. Like, that's actually a good, like, line to go with. Because it's like, it's international. I was like, that's interesting. Like, that one it makes sense. 7 games. Because I'm like, Toronto should not be here. Toronto should not be here. So that was actually a good, way to see it. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. But shout out to Cade and Banchero. Like, that's one of those series that, like, 10 years from now, if both of these guys become, somebody down the line, is like, oh, remember that, when they were younger, that series when they played in the 3-1. That was nice. That was one of those series. That was a great 2 young dudes going out. So yeah, shout out to those dudes. But yeah, man. I mean, interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of interesting series.
Banchero saved his whole fucking NBA career right now because
I know.
I think they fired their coach. I think the coach got fired.
Yeah, he's out of there.
But Banchero, like, because niggas were coming for his neck, and now after dropping 45, like doing what he did, like he really earned himself another contract. Because even me, I was like, Yeah, we need that. Yeah. We need him. Yeah, maybe
He was carrying.
maybe it's too soon. Maybe it's too soon.
Yeah.
So, that was fun. So, these new series we got Sixers, Knicks. I'm not gonna lie, not the biggest Knicks fan, but it just seems like written in the stars for them right now. Seems kind of obvious.
Okay. Yeah.
It seems obvious that they're trying to ride the Knicks to the final, to at least the Eastern
Finals. Conference Finals for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Knicks are cool.
But on paper,
cool. They're just not reliable.
On paper, like it looks like the Sixers are better on paper, but like I don't know. The way that they match up is just.
Let's face it. Even I knew after watching Embiid in Game 7, dude is not 100%.
Yeah.
They ask him in the press conference, "How are you feeling?" He laughs it like, "Oh, I feel 100%." Sarcastically, he's not 100%. Now, even a non 100% Embiid, I'd take him over Cat any day of the week, right? But Knicks should take it. I say should because the Knicks are still the Knicks. Do I see the series maybe going 4-2? Maybe Maxey gives you one, or maybe the Knicks give the Sixers one, so yeah, 4-2. But I think the Knicks should go to the
Knicks to me, I feel like the matchups are interesting. Like the Knicks, other than like when you start getting away from like Embiid and stuff, you got Josh Hart, you got Anunoby. Anunoby is like a godsend for these niggas. Anunoby is like impervious to being stupid. Like Anunoby never does any stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Hart sometimes will do some dumb. Cat, you'll be like, "What? Come on, bro!" Like Brunson is easy to like trap him, but Anunoby is just like he's the glue guy. Like he makes it all work. I never seen that guy do anything dumb. So you got Anunoby, you got Bridges, you got Josh Hart. That they're all like the same height and size and length. So now a guy like Maxey, who's kind of undersized, he's gonna have a challenge doing anything, right? And then Cat is big, so now it's like, damn, like all our guys are long. Paul George is still pretty good, but like a little slower, a little more inconsistent. Jeremy McCain's too young, really, or no, he's not even there anymore. Embiid is hurt.
I see. Going crazy.
Maxey is not doing all that driving to the lane. Like it's just like
Oubre ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, the Knicks are just too. I want to say too big for him. Like Brunson. If Brunson gets hot, like it's like damn, like we can't double team Brunson, like because
I just think the Knicks are more playoff built. Now it just comes down to, are the Knicks going to capitalize? I mean, we said this all the series against the Hawks, right? 4-2, but we just saw them win game 6 and 7 by like 25 points, like 30 points. Like, come on, man. If they locked in, they'd handle business.
Now here's the thing. Even though, remember what I said last time, like whoever wins game 1, probably a 70% chance that team's going to win the series.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
However, NBA is now WWE. So this series has to go 6. It just does.
Sure, man. Sure.
So Knicks and 6, as the kids like to say, is probably what's going to happen.
I think Knicks move on. Now, the only way I see the Sixers miraculously winning, maybe it goes game 7, is if Detroit takes care of business against Cleveland, because then maybe they probably want like a Detroit Philly, or maybe they want Detroit Knicks. I don't know, because Tobias.
Detroit and Knicks have some history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is history there, but also there is a Tobias Harris Philadelphia, whole thing. So that would
Cavs do have more star power, but
they're not. I can't trust them. I don't. No. Against Detroit, I actually think Detroit's a better team, man. Because again, Cavs 7 games against Toronto is not. Detroit had a tougher matchup.
I don't know why the Cavs are not playing better.
Yeah,
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
They're underperforming. James Harden, I love James Harden. I'm a James Harden fan. I love the beard. I love the Houston, James Harden. It's sad. I don't like when, players go to multiple teams, but, he's still one of my favorite players. But non-existent in the playoffs. The rumors are true, putting up stinkers.
No, he's not. I don't say stink. He's playing mediocre.
I mean, at least in the games that matter. Game 7, non-existent.
Yeah.
Tonight against Detroit, didn't do,
non-factor. But the problem with the Cavs is like, bro, don't you have Evan Mobley? Don't you have Jared Allen? Yeah. Don't you have Donovan Mitchell? Like, you have enough. You have Max Strus coming off the bench. They have no, they don't have Duncan Robinson, but they have Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Bro, you guys have some talent on the team. Like, what is going on? All of a sudden, Jalen Duren, he's found his mojo again, fresh off Space Jam. He found how to play basketball again. Cade Cunningham just getting whatever he wants. Like,
yeah. Detroit looking nice.
I'm the Asar Thompson. Like, I'm just like, bro, these guys are cool, but like, it's almost like they're just like Detroit just plays better team basketball. Almost. Like, they play better team.
Yeah.
It's just so strange to me. So yeah, I don't see Detroit losing to the Cavs, to be honest.
Not like this. Yeah, not like this.
So I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, you guys don't even play well together. Like, you guys are big names, but it's almost like you guys are playing one-on-one. Like, let's have Donovan score now. Oh, James, let's see what you can do. Like, that's not going to get you guys the buckets. So
yeah.
I think, but if it's Detroit, because Detroit played the Knicks last year in the first round. Detroit and Knicks conference finals. Last year it was a pretty exciting series. Last year, to get it again in the finals.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
that could be interesting. Cade loves Cade shows up. He loves the Garden. Like, he's gonna get his.
He's gonna be next up. Yeah, he's gonna be next up for real. So
if the Knicks actually go to the finals, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the rating's gonna be crazy because their fans antics alone will get the NBA ratings.
I think I saw a story this morning that J.R. Smith, he reported he was like at the game last night, the Knicks Sixers game, and he got stampled over. Like, there was a stampede, like, they were celebrating, and he said he's fine. I don't know if it's true or not, but there was like article, like, he was like, yeah, I was at the game and they were celebrating so much, like I got trampled over. Like, some people exaggerate. He was like, I'm fine. So I was like,
bro, funny? You're right. If you're a conspiracy theorist like Toss, to be honest, Knicks in the finals is the greatest distraction of all time. I don't know what in the world could be going on at that time. Talking about oil crisis, we're talking about Bitcoin crisis, talking about some sort of war. Bro, if the Knicks are in the finals, it is the greatest. Because everyone's like, what, Knicks? I'm not even a Knicks fan. All of a sudden, I'm wearing a Knicks hat. It's just like, bro, the Knicks are like the most polarizing team, maybe in all of sports.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to like hate on them for no reason, unless you were rival. Even I like the Knicks. If it wasn't for Cat, I like the Knicks. So
they're like the last real fan team. We're like us Laker fans, we're so used to winning. Like, us Dodger fans, we're so we'll still turn up and stuff, but like there's like a downplayedness because we're so used to it. These Knicks fans, if the Knicks actually made it to the finals, these niggas are probably gonna be burning cars, scaling buildings, wearing Spider-Man outfits, like just doing the most that would just naturally add more to the games. I feel like the NBA actually needs them to make it to the finals.
I did see, that Supergirl movie's coming out. There's a new commercial, and it has Karl Anthony Towns. He's, how NBA has those like movie mashup, like when a movie's coming out, they do like a playoffs. You've seen it, throughout the history of the play. Yeah, so there's like the Supergirl one, and it's Karl Anthony Towns with his fiance. She's like, "Oh, where have you been?" He's like, "Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I was out with Supergirl." And it's like, "Oh, she knows ball." It's like, what are we talking about here? But it's like, hey, They getting that screen time. They get that national television screen time. So yeah, we might see New
biggest
York.
media market. That's what I'm saying. Like now that the NBA's WWE, okay, the main event at WrestleMania. Oh, we can't just have some random good wrestlers. Now we need some stars. We need. Is The Rock available? Yeah. Is ISHO Speed? Is he available? Like we need some
Brunson. We've seen him in WWE all the time. You know, we see him
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not that far off. Like if the Knicks actually made it, bro, they had Jimmy Fallon out there. Look, you watched the Knicks highlights. Jimmy Fallon. Who's that guy? Marty McFly or whatever the fuck that movie was. Marty Supreme.
Kylie Jenner and
like the Knicks making it. Yeah. Honestly, that might be a second bet I'll make too. Is like Knicks going to the finals is probably.
They do have a good. Hey, they got a good chance. I mean, Detroit is not. Detroit will be a good matchup. I feel like Detroit should win that, but
you would also agree Detroit is more like they're less veterans.
Yeah, they're new. We saw that, but what was I saying? I was like, hey, let's see if they can prove it. I was like, let's not count them out. Like they just got to prove to us. Same way OKC, they made it more convincing, going undefeated. But Detroit, they went through it 4-3-1. Oh shit, that's a hill you climb. They beat that. Damn, give them props. Next game, they came out here, handled business on their own court against Cleveland. You move on. So it's like, all right, let these guys prove to us, and we'll see.
Now let me make a case for the Knicks. The Knicks closeout game against the Hawks, niggas were up like 100 points. Knicks versus the first game of the 76ers, niggas up like 100 points. So, I mean, their team is looking the most formidable out of all the other Eastern Conference teams. It's the only team that actually had a dominant victory. So
I would say yeah. But again, it's a challenge. Knicks should be, killing it like that. Will they keep it up? We'll see. But yeah, Knicks Detroit would be fun. That'd be Knicks like the ultimate test for both teams.
Their Knicks and the T-Wolves are the only teams I'm looking at where it's like they actually have like all the pieces that you would need, like all the intangibles that you would need to make it to the finals. But nobody believes in them because of who they are, because like of the brand of the team. No one really believes in them like that. But they actually do have all the tools to actually make it. So I might put in a bet. I might have to cash in my Spurs bet and put in the.
Spurs. I don't think so. Unless Ant goes down again. Unless that injury.
It's possible. But yeah, we got T-Wolves, Spurs. I think we are. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
We've talked about it. Yeah, we've talked about it enough.
I like the Wolves here. Never thought I'd say this, but I do like the Wolves. After Wemby had a great season, we owe him a lot. I think he got Defensive Player of the Year. The guy brought back defense, and it's funny that his team is not super great defensively, but like he's playing another team who's like, oh, defense is back. All of us niggas, we all play like we could actually play defense, and that's the thing he's facing.
I feel like Wemby also is getting that treatment where he really, because you can tell, at least personally, I can tell he really wants to win. I remember watching the All-Star game. I'm like, this guy, even last season, I'm like, this guy really wants to win. He's not out here just like, he really wants to win. So I'm like, I like that about him. So I'm like, I noticed that even though he didn't win the All-Star game, I forgot what they did. They gave him I don't know if it was an award or something like that. Something like they gave him something. I'm like, okay, they're trying to be like, oh, we didn't, you didn't win, but at least you got this. So I'm like, maybe they did this here too, where they're like, oh, we're not going to have you win the, get to the finals, be that. We're sure we want you want that, but here's Defensive Player of the Year. Your time will come. It's not time yet. We still got some stuff to, so that's kind of how I'm kind of seeing it right now. Cause you look at it when you think of what team is going to make it to the finals, it's usually not just a one-man team, right? Even with the Kobe's, the Bronze, it was never just, oh, Bron carried this team. Even the Kawhi team, it was, you had Siakam, you had Van Fleet, you had some other guys on there. Ibaka, I believe, you had some other Spurs. After Wemby, I mean, Darren Fox, sure, all these other guys are like, they're brand new. Like none of them throughout the season were like really, popping off. Like the OKC, we know Holmgren, Shea, and Green. Like, okay, at least we know 3 guys. Spurs, it's just Wemby. Okay, let's throw in Fox. It's like they weren't all stars. They weren't in the conversation for, awards. Not on all NBA, talks. So they don't have those guys. So yeah, I don't see Spurs going there because of that reason. Because you look at other teams, they got those guys. They got multiple, all-star guys or whatever the case is. So
yeah, and it's weird. It's interesting too because it's kind of subtle. I don't think it's super obvious, but like something about Anthony Edwards, like he's an interesting player. Like he's one of the like players where like it's obvious when he's in the zone. Like when he's in the zone, he like talks crazy shit. And for whatever reason, that always happens when Wemby is involved. Oh, All-Star game? Oh, Wembanyama, da-da-da-da-da. Bro, Anthony Edwards closed it out for his All-Star team. And he gets on the mic, and they're like, oh, and yeah, what happened out there? Did you feel different energy? Oh, yeah, Wembanyama. Yeah. That nigga said he want to play. Yeah, he made it more fun. Yeah. Nobody expected that nigga to do anything. But because Wemby had like made it more serious, all of a sudden he benefits from it. In this series, Wemby is doing his thing, trying to like lead his team. All of a sudden, and comes back super healthy. No, out of nowhere, Ant's already ready for battle. It's like, nigga, I thought, no, I'm good. Are you sure you don't want to get? You just saw Tatum sat. Like, it's okay. Like, no, I'm ready to go. Like, what changed? Like, why? Like, why didn't you didn't want to play Jokic, but all of a sudden you can play Wemby. So there's something about that where it's like, this nigga Wemby like inspires this other nigga. So I don't know what that is, but that seems to be a real thing. So yeah. I do think that, like, I almost think for something tells me that the T-Wolves are going to go up 2-0. Like, I feel like everyone's going to just expect the Spurs to win tomorrow. And then when that doesn't happen, that's when the series is going to be like, oh, fuck. Like, this is a real, damn, are they, because, like, imagine, like, because everyone's like, okay, they'll just tie it up. But what if they don't tie it up? Now it's like, oh shit, the sky is falling. Like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, can Wemby carry do we have enough help? That's a more interesting storyline.
I mean, yeah, you can try to start your, anyone want to come to San Antonio right now? Yeah, but no.
Nah. And I'm not gonna lie, if Wemby loses, the Spurs loses, they have enough draft capital, they have enough cap space and all that. And young players, they can get Giannis. They can get a lot of big name players.
Honest, I don't know about that, but it'll be interesting to see what they try. But
David Robinson and Duncan,
come on, what the fuck?
That's a real thing. That was a real combination. And then you still have De'Aaron Fox out there to beat Ginobili, like, hey, or Tony Parker. That could work. But yeah, if they do have a lot of capital, if Wemby were to win the finals, they're not going to be in position. You can't justify getting to Giannis if you don't. But if you lose in the second round, hell yeah, you can, like, yeah, we need the help, Giannis. I love Giannis. Of course, it's easy to justify it. So that could be a possibility. Lakers, I mean, honestly, this is the game that the Lakers should have won. I won't be surprised if they try to make the game too interesting just to get fans back into the game. But I was looking at this game just like, bro, this is a primetime game, big spread. The Lakers shouldn't get blown out, and they got blown out. So I feel like the NBA just be like, yeah, just fuck it, bro. Like, let's just get out of this series. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Unless Luca comes back, I don't see where the firepower, because the whole idea is either you play enough defense to keep OKC from scoring and you keep the game low scoring, which Lakers can't play defense. So the other option is, okay, match OKC in scoring. But without Luca, you're not going to match that scoring. So I don't see Lakers, unless Luca comes back, I don't see a way OKC loses any game. Maybe they lose one on the road. It's always cool in LA, give Lakers one. But again, watching OKC tonight, I was like, damn, I forgot when OKC turns it on. They're one of those teams where it's serious. It's play. The whole team's in sync tonight. I'm like, yeah, they're serious. Haven't lost a game since the playoffs started. Haven't even looked. I'm watching them play the Suns, bro. These guys are getting. There's no point where I'm like, damn, they might. Booker, not a factor at all. Like, so yeah.
I feel like Lakers get one game just.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, just for LA.
But just to save LeBron's legacy. Oh, LeBron didn't get swept.
I don't even. I don't even think it. I don't even think that's a factor anymore. I mean, OKC's too good. You look back, you're like, oh, okay. I think LeBron's been swept before. These teams are tough, especially in the Western Conference. I think we saw that coming. It's not going to be. So I don't think that hurts his legacy. It's part of the conversation. For him to be even here is crazy. So that's on its own.
If OKC were to sweep the Lakers, and then let's just say they do play the Timberwolves, everyone's going to be so on OKC's nuts.
That OKC, yeah.
The Timberwolves are going to be such a great bet because no one's going to expect them to really do anything when they actually probably match up with them really well.
Better. Yeah. I'd be more excited for OKC versus Timberwolves, just for also that the conversation with Ant. I like how he shows up.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I like how he shows up. So
yeah, any team, either one of them versus New York. I mean, I think you got to take the West. To be honest, I don't see the Knicks. But again, the NBA hates the Knicks. That's the thing. The NBA just literally they're not going to let Dolan get anything. So yeah, I mean they're gonna milk the Knicks for ratings because they need it, but Dolan's not going to win a championship.
Maybe.
There's no way.
Maybe. Only reason I agree with you is because there's no one. See, I go off players, and the Knicks don't have anyone for me to be like, nah, he's gonna go against the narrative. If Vegas says this, he's like they told Kobe, hey, Kobe's like, nah, I'm trying to win. I don't see no one on that team was like, okay. So, and that's why I like Ant. I like Wemby. They kind of seem like those guys who were like, if Vegas called and was like, hey, we need y'all, they were like, nope, I'm trying to win tonight. So, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
You hear that one story with Kobe where I guess national security called in hey, we're thinking about Al Qaeda. They may shut down the game. We're playing. I was like, damn. He's like, hey, Kobe, it's red alert. We're on code orange. We may need to count. We're playing.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean the NBA. It's been interesting. I think it is becoming more WWE. So some of the spots where I'm betting in now, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a different style of betting. Even tonight, I was like, oh, one thing I learned is spread betting. I think the spread tonight was minus 3.5 for what was this team called? The Pistons, minus 2.5. If the spread is going to hit, usually what happens is it needs to hit by a big margin, because if it hits by a small margin, some people play the alternate spreads where it's instead of 3.5, maybe they'll play the 2.5, or they'll play so they want to knock all those out.
It has to be close. Yeah.
They want to knock those out. So you'll notice, like, even though the spread was 3.5, the Pistons won by like 11 points. So all the in-between numbers that people like to bet, those are all gone. Same thing with the Lakers. I was thinking like, okay, Lakers, prime time. The NBA is going to keep this game close. And they did for the most part. But then at the end, you saw like they kind of ran up the score a little bit. Thunder ended up getting 18 points. The line was 15. These niggas got 18. My bet was for under 16. I had to cash out early. I was like, nah, let me just cash out. Once I saw like, I think that I saw the Thunder hit a 3 or something. I was like, yeah, let me just cash out real quick. I was at 16. The line was set a 15. These niggas scored 18.
That's pretty crazy.
That's the thing with betting or spread betting is like if you do have a sense for where it's going to be, usually expect them to clear. Like if you thought the last night with the Wolves were like plus 13 to start, they ended up winning the game outright. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to cover by like 10. Like if the line is 13 and you bet okay they're gonna lose by at least 13, they're not gonna lose by like 10, even though that still wins the bet because it keeps too many people in. They need to kill all of so if they're gonna lose, they'll probably lose by like 1 point. They'll probably lose by like 2 points, not fucking 10. And the line is at 13. So that is one thing to kind of keep in mind too. Is like you can kind of tell how the game's gonna go. If it's -7 and like the Knicks were -7. The Knicks won by like 50 points. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's -7, they can't win by 10. They need to win by like a lot to kill all the other in-between bets. So that's something to consider and just understand how the game is flowing. It's like, oh, like where's the number at? And then you can kind of be like, oh yeah. If they're gonna hit the number, they're really gonna hit the number. You're not gonna see these little like they barely hit the number or whatever. So just something to keep in mind. We can like bet snipe.
Makes sense, yeah.
Tomorrow we got the Dodgers again. I'm gonna stop betting on Ohtani because nigga's he ain't really like that when he's pitching. But this next guy, Robleski, this nigga's actually really like that. He's actually a real pitcher, so I'm gonna get my money back.
Robleski, okay.
Ohtani, this nigga. Every time Ohtani's so hit or miss, I just like coin flip with this nigga. Yamamoto, I don't even have to look.
Yamamoto's been cool, yeah. Yamamoto's been cool.
That nigga he's on it. Robleski's been nice though. Robleski's like undefeated. So I'm like, yeah, we're playing the Astros. Okay, yeah. We did that get back game. Coming off a loss.
We about to find out.
I'm liking coming off a loss. We already lost tonight. So coming off a loss, Robleski's coming in undefeated.
Yeah, that's what I said last time too. Off a 2 losses.
Here's about
yeah, we'll see though.
The only thing about baseball is like 6 innings. If the bet doesn't look like it's back in the first, just cut it. Just cut it. Because like after the 6th inning, they take out the starting pitcher and they put in some backups. At that point, you might as well just.
I mean, by that time, people leaving the stadium.
Maybe. Yeah, it's not even really worth holding on to it no more. So Yamamoto, bro, by the 2nd inning, Dodgers are up 8-3. I was like, oh yeah, it's over. They're trying to. Like Kelsey trying to call me to cash out. Cash like, hey man, you want to cash out real quick? I'm like, nah, nigga, let it ride. Like he just started.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely watch out for that one too. I think that's probably the easiest bet in sports right now. Is just sniping those Dodger games. But cool. That'll be it. We'll end it here. Nice, smooth, quick hour. Hopefully this second round of the playoffs is entertaining. And if we're right about the Knicks and the T-Wolves, hey, man, put in those bets right now. You can still get some pretty nice odds and, cash out in the next couple of weeks. So got to keep that in mind.